Could everything we've been hearing so far be part of a grand scenario that hasn't fully been revealed? Or is this the beginning of something far more shocking than anyone ever imagined? A wave of speculation that has recently shaken the global fan community seems impossible to contain. The name Jeon Jungkook has suddenly become the center of attention after rumors about his solo tour, allegedly mysteriously delayed, began circulating widely across platforms. But it's not just the tour that has sparked the frenzy. The spotlight has intensified even more due to the expressions and behavior of Taehyung, widely known for his calm and charismatic persona, which appeared noticeably different in several recent moments captured on camera. The question is no longer simply what happened, but what is actually being hidden? At first, the rumor emerged like most unverified news, fragments of information without a clear source, amplified by diverse fan interpretations. However, its intensity escalated dramatically when several major fanbase accounts began linking Jungkook's absence from certain schedules to alleged changes in a tour plan that is yet to be officially announced by HYB. This is where things began to feel unusual. How could a project as significant as a solo tour remain so silent without confirmation? Why hasn't there been a firm clarification? And most intriguingly, why has Taehyung's reaction become part of the conversation? In a short video that quickly went viral, Taehyung was seen attending a private music event alongside several industry figures. There was no official statement, no interview, only a facial expression that seemed slightly different from his usual demeanor. That look, perceived by some as empty, by others as holding something deeper, instantly triggered countless interpretations. Was it a sign of disappointment? Or part of something deliberately orchestrated? Speculation soon evolved into a far more complex narrative. Some industry observers began connecting this moment to promotional patterns previously employed by HYB. It's no secret that the company is known for crafting anticipation through unexpected surprises. From sudden releases to marketing strategies that thrive on mystery, HYB often plays with the boundary between reality and constructed narrative. But if this truly is part of a strategy, why involve emotions that appear so real? Jungkook's name resurfaced again when an anonymous insider, whose identity remains unverified, claimed that the rumored tour had not been cancelled, but rather held back. That single phrase, held back, became the key to a growing theory. Held back for what? A bigger moment? A more dramatic announcement? Or something never before attempted in K-pop history? Meanwhile, Taehyung once again drew attention after a brief interaction with a fellow artist was caught on camera. No clear words could be heard, but his body language, slightly more assertive than usual, sparked new speculation. Was this a sign of frustration? Or simply fatigue being misinterpreted? Yet for fans who have followed BTS for years, even the smallest shift in a member's expression is never taken lightly. What makes this situation even more complex is the absence of any official clarification. HYB has chosen to remain silent, a move that, in many cases, only amplifies speculation. In the modern entertainment industry, silence can speak louder than any statement. And in this case, that silence feels like a puzzle intentionally left unsolved. Some analysts have even proposed that this is not merely a rumor, but part of a larger campaign that is yet to reach its peak. They point to timing patterns, the emergence of specific content, and subtle changes in social media activity that seem far from coincidental. If this theory holds true, then what we are witnessing now may only be the prologue to something much bigger. Amid all this speculation, one thing remains at the center: the dynamic between Jungkook and Taehyung. They have long been known for their strong connection, both on and off stage. Every interaction between them draws attention, and any perceived change immediately fuels interpretation. Could the tour rumor be linked to a deeper internal dynamic? Or is this narrative intentionally constructed to evoke certain emotions among fans? Interestingly, some fans have begun compiling timelines based on fragments of available information. From social media posts to public appearances, everything is being analyzed with a level of detail that almost resembles professional investigation. The result? A pattern that, to some, appears too structured to be mere coincidence. But is that pattern truly real, or simply a product of the human desire to find meaning in uncertainty? On the other hand, there are voices urging caution against jumping to conclusions. The entertainment industry, with all its complexities, often presents situations that cannot be fully understood from the outside. What appears on the surface does not always reflect what lies behind the scenes. And in this case, without official confirmation, all we have are fragments of a story that may not yet be connected, yet that is precisely where its appeal lies. This uncertainty creates space for imagination, for theories, and for discussions that never seem to end. Each day brings new details, adding layers to an already intricate narrative. And every detail, no matter how small, holds the potential to reshape how we understand the bigger picture. Is this truly about a delayed tour? Or is it part of something much larger? A carefully prepared surprise? Do Taehyung's expressions reflect genuine emotion, or are they part of a role within a broader narrative? And most importantly, when will the truth finally come to light? Until that moment arrives, one thing is certain. The world's attention is now fixed on every move Jungkook and Taehyung make. Every gesture, every expression, every silence, each has become part of an unfolding story. And perhaps, when everything is finally revealed, we will realize that what we once saw as a mystery was only the beginning of something far greater than we ever imagined. And just when the narrative seemed to reach its peak, another layer of intrigue quietly surfaced, subtle, almost imperceptible, yet powerful enough to shift the entire direction of the story. Could it be that what the public has been focusing on is only a distraction, while the real revelation has been carefully unfolding behind the scenes all along? As days passed, the silence from HYB did not break. Instead, it deepened. In an industry where timing is everything, such calculated quietness rarely happens without intention. Observers began to question whether this absence of clarification was, in fact, a deliberate move designed to heighten anticipation. After all, suspense has always been one of the most effective tools in modern entertainment. But at what point does suspense cross the line into emotional manipulation? And could the fans, knowingly or not, be part of a narrative that is far more controlled than it appears? The attention once again circled back to Jungkook, whose digital footprint suddenly became a subject of intense scrutiny. A slight change in posting patterns, the absence of certain expected updates, even the timing of interactions, everything was dissected with precision. Nothing felt random. Nothing felt accidental. For some, this was proof that something significant was being prepared. For others, it was a sign that something had gone wrong behind the scenes. But what if both interpretations were, in some way, true? Then came another moment that reignited speculation, an appearance by Taehyung that felt, to many, emotionally charged. It wasn't what he said, because he said very little. It was how he carried himself. The pauses, the distant gaze, the almost unnoticeable hesitation before responding to a simple interaction. These were not dramatic gestures, yet they carried a weight that fans could not ignore. Was this the pressure of expectation? The exhaustion of an unrelenting schedule? Or something more personal, more hidden, that had yet to be acknowledged? Some fans began revisiting past interviews, searching for clues that might now take on new meaning. Old statements, once considered casual, were now being reinterpreted under a different lens. Words about timing, about waiting, about showing something new at the right moment. Phrases that once seemed generic now felt almost prophetic. Could it be that this